This is Dr. West. Welcome to the Bible Answer Man, and hoping that this question might be a blessing to you. Dr. Lee, I saw where it talks about drunkards in the Bible, and also I need some insight into, as a Christian, drinking. Well, I'm glad you do. Uh, Bible talks about drinking to excess and becoming a drunkard. That's one who uh, has imbibed in alcoholic beverages to the point where they are subject to its demands and they have to have that. In the Old Testament, in Leviticus chapter 10, verse 9, has something to say about it. It says, "Do not drink wine, nor strong drink, nor thy sons with thee." That's fairly clear there. And it says, it is the statement there in Leviticus, lest ye die. Well, the old covenant would give you a warning about that. And in 1 Corinthians 3:16, it says, "Know ye not that ye are the temple of God, and the Spirit of God dwelleth in you." Okay, that should kind of draw us up short right there as far as imbibing. Once you're saved, uh, you should really think seriously about taking any alcoholic beverages into your body. And verse 17 of 1 Corinthians 3 follows up. It says, "If any man defile the temple of God," when you said before that your body is the temple of God, "him shall God destroy." And there's a colon there. It says, "For the temple of God is holy, which temple ye are." Now, that's very clear. God says that he will destroy those who destroy his temple. That doesn't mean he's going to kill them right away. But if you continue to drink after you're saved, it's going to cause you a problem. And if you drink to excess, you can go be with the Lord, but you might die of cirrhosis of the liver. And in 1 Corinthians chapter 6, it says this in verse 19 through 26. "Know ye not that your body is the temple," I just read the part of that, "of the Holy Spirit? Ye are not your own, for ye are bought with a price." So this will give you some insight. And also that it says in Proverbs 31, verses 4 through 5, I quote here, and it says, "It is not for kings to drink wine, nor princes strong drink, lest they drink and forget the law and pervert the judgment of any of the afflicted." Okay, that kind of starts to separate us for sure. And then in Proverbs 20, verse 1, it says, "Wine is a mocker, strong drink is raging." And then there's a colon. It says, "And whosoever is deceived thereby is not wise." Well, that would separate those who want to take some latitude in that, because God calls us to be wise. So we're not to compromise our minds and our body to where we would do things which will always happens if a person drinks anything. The fact is, the medical community tells us that if you take just one drink, you kill cells in your brain. Now that's enough to think about right there. And I've heard some reputable ministers. If I called them by name, probably most of you would either have heard of them or know even some of them. And they say that the Bible has nothing to say about taking drinking. It's up to you. Only that you don't want to cause a brother or somebody else to stumble by your action. Well, that is true, but I've just quoted to you that as a priest, prophet, priest, and king in the new covenant, as a king, we are not to drink wine, and God will take away that. Now, I've used this analogy before. I've only known one person in my life that seemingly could take one drink and stop there. And I knew that person very well because it was Ken. And other than that, I have never been any around or saw anyone that could stop with one drink. So be warned: if you drink, you're going to be killing your body, and God's going to hold you accountable for it. Okay, that's enough. I just encourage you to go meditate on that. And if you're doing that, I would suggest that you get before the Holy Spirit and ask Him to give you the courage and the strength, spiritually, to not be an imbiber in that anymore because you're damaging the temple of God. Hope that helps you. It is intended to bless you. So until next time, be blessed, Dr. Lee.